Broadside Books and HarperAudio present In Defense of Christian Patriotism by Daniel Darling. Read by Larry Wayne. Unless otherwise noted, scripture quotations are taken from the Christian Standard Bible, copyright 2017 by Holman Bible Publishers, used by permission. Christian Standard Bible and CSB are federally registered trademarks of Holman Bible Publishers. Scripture quotations marked ASV are taken from the American Standard Version, public domain. Scripture quotations marked ESV are taken from the ESV Bible, the Holy Bible, English Standard Version, copyright 2001 by Crossway, a publishing ministry of Good News Publishers, used by permission, all rights reserved. To my late mother, who taught me how to love this country. Introduction. Reject embarrassment. Choose gratitude. America is living through a crisis, but it's probably a crisis you haven't noticed. It's a crisis of ingratitude. I marvel at this every 4th of July. Even conservative-leaning Christians who dare post something positive about the United States on her birthday feel the need to affix several caveats about her worst sins. It's even chic, among some progressive Christians, to post only about the injustices she has committed, as if there is nothing redeemable about the country that has given them the freedom and prosperity to have such a public voice. It should worry us that recent surveys show that younger Americans recoil at the idea of patriotism. Healthy self-criticism is good for any nation, but can a nation survive that refuses to believe the best parts of her own story? My thesis, then, is a bit counterintuitive to that of many prevailing narratives. A healthy patriotism is not only an acceptable posture for a Christian, I believe it is a necessary posture for a Christian. In Scripture, God commands a number of loves. We are to love God, love our family, love our neighbors. But what about love of country? It can be easy for a modern Christian to dismiss this love as superfluous to Christian duty. However, a fundamental assumption of the Christian life is that we are to be grateful to God for the things that He gives us. The specifics of our birthplace fall under that category: our family, our home, our community. We are to honor our Father in a way that's distinct from all the other fathers of the world, not because He is superior to them, but because He is ours. We're to love our home as the place where God has planted us, not because it's the best of all possible homes, but because it's a space we've been given to steward. God must be the center of this. If we love those things without loving God more, it's easy to make them idols, since, after all, each is in some manner merely a reflection of Him. Lord, Thou hast been our dwelling place in all generations, the psalmist said, Psalm 90, verse 1, ASV. And Paul wrote that God is the Father from whom every family in heaven and on earth is named, Ephesians chapter 3, verses 14 through 15. We therefore can't properly love our family, our home, or our country without loving God first. But the anti-patriots tend to see any expression of country love as idolatry. They say that patriotism may have been well and good 40 years ago, but isn't this new form of Christian patriotism uniquely toxic and proud? And what about the Christian nationalists who are seeking to create a new theocracy? It'd be easier to give credence to this view if hysteria about public Christianity hadn't been with us for decades. The pollster George Gallup declared 1976 to be the year of the evangelical. A little-known Southern governor named Jimmy Carter had burst onto the scene, not only winning the Democratic nomination for President of the United States, but defeating Gerald Ford to become America's 39th chief executive. Carter proudly talked of his born-again faith. That Baptist Sunday school teacher was a refreshing respite for a nation gripped by the shocking scandals of Watergate. However, a wary New York Times headline declared, Carter's evangelism putting religion into politics for first time since '60.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?